Hi everyone on YouTube. This is Na again, making another one of my Come Alive YouTube stream. So I wanted to show you, I guess, this profile. Let's see here. He called Eve C. And let's see here. I guess he chose this photo as his profile photo, and I will show you guys really up close. You can see him. Eve C, 6 subscribers. That's his profile. And let's put out his comment out there for the YouTube community. So he wrote one of my videos of Donati. He wrote, quote unquote, show you guys. He wrote, "Oh, lights, you sound like a demented person." Okay, first and foremost, Eve, all right, if you're out there, because unfortunately I clicked all options to deal with him, but I wasn't able to hide him from my channel, which this live stream is going to be about. How do you deal with somebody who makes comments like that, right? And what do I mean like that, right? So first and foremost, Eve, if anybody who looks demented, it's your profile photo. As to why anybody would choose that, excuse me, making a live stream video, as to why anybody would choose this as their profile photo, right, on YouTube. So if anybody seems demented, and there'll be noise competing with my video again, it's you, all right? And frankly, I don't care, right, about your comment. That's two. And let's look up what demented means, since Eve thinks I'm demented, right? So let's Google it. Demented definition.
Here's the definition of demented: suffering from dementia.
All right, so this is what demented means, right? It says suffering from dementia, which I have never been diagnosed, right, with dementia. So obviously you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And it's informal British, right? And, frankly, the Brits, right, they always feel like they're better, right, than other Europeans. It's a fact. In U.S. history, just because they went here, bought everything else, in essence, their attitude is throughout history, since they have buying power, right? And a lot of British history is based on that. They think they're better. They think they, are better than the Southern Italians. There was a lot of injustice there. Where 2 cases of Southern Italians were pretty much put on death row just because they're Italian. And the reasons as to what crime they actually committed was kind of unknown, other than the fact that they were Italian. My boyfriend is Italian, right? And he said that he was picked on by skinheads. Well, skinheads, KKK, right? They believe in white supremacy, preserving the white race, specific to the Ku Klux Klan, right? And that's the era in the United States where they were afraid of the blacks, right, fighting for equality and rights. and possibly right interracial relationship, but it's skinheads are not made of Southern Italians. That's my point. Um, it's made of British descent people, and usually of like a Presbyterian, you know, um, and then of course, back when the Brits even picked on Germans, right? German words were not allowed in some American, you know, vocabulary. Um, they really didn't have anything against the French. Um, you know, maybe just portraying the French as being a little snotty people. But as far as specifics, like um, incorporating French stuff in the United States, it's not an issue as German. And back when they wouldn't cap off, British people, right? But Southern Italians, they did. It was actually the Southern Italians were actually lower than like Hispanic people from Mexico who was invited basically to come over here. Just come over here and go to work. Monkeys out from under my computer. I'm trying to do a video. You guys, monkeys. Hey, no pulling on my string. um, you know, the Mexicans were invited over basically to work on the farms. And so the immigration quota, there was none. Yet, for the Southern Italians, there was, and it was very low. I would say, given a period, 2,000 per 10,000, um, so that air of thinking you're better, which is what I taught, that there's no such thing, right? We're all people stuck here on this planet, whether you're short, tall, fat, skinny, um, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, not Hispanic, any particular type of Asian, Arabic, Armenian, right? No one's better. But in back of most people's mind, they think they are because of history, the long history, and just a general attitude that you're better because you could, buy things out, essentially. And, that created conflict, right? Native Indians created conflicts within slavery, right? Against African Americans. It created conflicts within their own white community. Not just the execution of two Italians for essentially no crimes other than being Italian. During that time, they made women, right? And women are another group with the blacks that fought for equality. They made women work, and a lot of them were Italian immigrants. And there was a case where the working condition wasn't that well, and something happened where there was a fire, and right, the working condition wasn't that well. The woman got stuck in the building, and they didn't make it. So, my point is no one's better. And this whole approach of thinking you're better, right? And you could just badger other people. I don't accept it. One bit. I really believe in the zero tolerance. And this is what I believe. This is what I talk about, and this is what I act out. So I know on a lot of social media, especially bigger platforms, you might get somebody, they have a right to thumbs up, thumbs down, right? Um, but let's say they leave a comment like Eves C and accuse me of being demented, right? First and foremost, that's informal British, right? I have never been diagnosed with dementia. So you sound pretty stupid playing doctor and accusing me, right, of having that. And it went on to saying dementia is driven to behave irrationally due to anger, stress, or excitement. All right. So, like I said, in psychology and researching and statistics and probability, um, it would it would make sense for you to think right before you make a total fool out of yourself before everybody. The video, there's going to be some noise competition with my live stream again as usual. um Either that or then you've got some crazy person on YouTube leaving a comment. So the definition of dementia is it's irrational, anger, distress, excitement, and then they gave his example. Okay, the video that he made a comment of, it was of Donati, and I gave Donati a shower, and that's about it. There was no anger in the video. There was, I wasn't angry at Donati. He was not in distress. The excitement, that was going on through the video was me and Donati having a healthy, playful interactions. I wasn't hurting him. If you look at my other videos, right, within context and everything, not just this one tiny detail, but everything. I made a video of how to give safe, baths to cats and dogs and pets. So yeah, none of what he says makes any sense. And his profile photo, uh, you know, he should be the one who's talking about being demented. And anybody who chooses this photo as a profile photo, if there's any if there's any credibility to anything he says, it's on him. Like, why would you choose a profile photo like that? And this is his cover, and guess what? I will give it right back to him. They look like a bunch of British, like, right, whatever's. Right back to you. So let's talk about that. When do you, if you had a comment like that on your channel, most people, their platform is so big, right? 10,000 million. And they get their little award from YouTube. They're probably like, who cares, right? Because I have a million followers and I'm generating a lot of money on YouTube. Who cares, right? I do. Because, I make it very clear I have zero tolerance. It is my belief in life. I talk about it, and beyond talk about it, I act on it. Usually when I get a comment like that, I consider them kind of like virus, right? Like this coronavirus, online viruses, right? And so just remind you guys, you don't have to put up with them. So some of the things you can do is, and it has to be done, right? because I wanted to choose all options to hide my channel from him. Okay. Because I really believe, my secondary belief is if people don't see it, they don't need it, right? So many thefts, so many, vanity has come from that, right? And sexual harassment. That was why for a while in my college, I deleted my profile photo and put up the thing for CDCR, which is what I'm paid for, corrections/probations. So I put that up instead of actual photo. Because one of my teachers, his inappropriate comments about sugar daddy, and the other one, like sugar blonde, whatever, cute little blondes, right? I didn't want to be part of that. Apparently I don't have blonde hair. So, and who cares, right? So, actually, I've had all the above. I highlighted my hair in, what do you call it? Fantastic Sam's. I think she was like Persian or something. And she was trying to make more money from me than just black hair, which is what I just go by, right? Because black is classic. And she was saying that I look boring. So she highlighted my hair. So I had like kind of brown, red, blonde, kind of thing going. So what can you do when you get a comment like this? One, there is stuff you could do, but it's very important you do it in the right night, because based on the container of YouTube, I was not able to hide. I wanted to click all options because I don't want conflicts, right? We're not here for conflicts. We're here for the YouTube community, and I want to emphasize that. So I've gotten beyond people not liking my video. Like, who cares, right? They reserve that right, and I reserve the right not to give a damn. But what you could do with him is, in order, you can hide your channel from them. That is a YouTube feature. You can mute them, right? So that means they can't comment, which I love. I wish in life it's that simple. It's like, just mute them, right? You can report them. And I just want to remind you guys, the YouTube community, as far as strikes, YouTube is pretty lenient, because I've seen crazy individuals like him and crazier, channels and YouTubes, right? So they're pretty lenient, but they do have a standard too. And as far as I'm concerned, what I learned in the Creator Academy is pretty strict in terms of like copyrights, stealing stuff on YouTube and claiming it as yours. This things of sexual nature, right? They say you could talk about sex, but it needs to be like educational, not like pornographic or like a scam, right? Stuff like that. YouTube makes it very clear they're not a porn hub. So if you do see something nude on YouTube, it is probably educational. It's probably something in a movie. It's probably, right, a debate about sexual stuff, but it's not pornographic. So that's some of the things that they said they're very strict on. Would not hesitate to turn over to the police, if it involves, right, minors, sex crimes on minors. What else? So a lot of it is just copyrights. Yeah, they don't want anything sexual in nature unless it's not pornographic. It has a bigger purpose, like educational, like, um, what else? And I think they said anything in terms of like hate crimes. They're very picky on that too. I would have to say, like, there's one thing to talk about ISIS, another thing to be like a member of ISIS and, right, uh, uploading videos of Americans having their heads cut off, right? And that is, folks, a hate crime, uh, where you, like ISIS, right? Let's say they hate the United States, but there's somebody in the United States, which there are members in the United States, citizens of the United States that wants to be part of ISIS, and Department of Justice have caught on to these individuals and indict them. But let's say you're in the United States, you want to be part of ISIS, and you want to promote hate towards the United States, right? There's a lot of people who are anti-American and, traitors to the United States. But let's say you want to promote hate, but you want to provoke other people to hate the United States and go commit hate crimes, maybe for you, right? So you could use them as an scapegoat. Well, beyond YouTube community standard, that is a hate crime in an online, and that's something the FBI, right? You might want to contact them and report that. Usually, I learned with my securitist training with Homeland Security that a lot of times you can predict where there's going to be another, like, terroristic act, is that they will start to have like secret meetings, which I heard be careful online of invitations, because it could lead you to an ISIS group and recruitment, where they groom you and work on your mind, and make you hate the United States. And a lot of it is financial, because I don't know if you guys know, there's a video on YouTube, and I'll post it, where it says that Al Qaeda is one of the richest. All right, so a lot of the recruitment is based on that. So yeah, that's a big no-no, I'm pretty sure, on YouTube. But there's so much. YouTube rules are, as a Creator Academy for community standard, a lot of it is based on the courts. There are very specifics about that. As far as, let's say you stole something from a popular person, right? Like Pink Floyd. And he decides, right, to not be lenient like YouTube, but he wants to go after you. There's nothing YouTube can do about it, because a lot of the community standard, my Creator Academy made it very clear that it's based on the letters of the laws in this country and the courts. It's not, YouTube can only, right, do so much. And so what they will do is they'll allow you on those copyrights infringement, because I didn't get to study more stuff, is it's usually 3 strikes per month. All right, 3 strikes per month, or 9. Okay. So what does that mean? And this is what I want to remind crazy individuals like Eves, right? And how I see it, if you're going to be crazy, guess what? I'm going to pull down your pants in front of the YouTube community for everybody to see, and give you your 3 seconds of fame. All right. So what does it mean when YouTube gives you about 3 strikes per month on copyright, total of 9. Let's just say he basically wasted 1 on me, and I went and reported him, right? Which is what I do to all of them. No matter how nice or nasty, if you're on my channel and I don't want you here, then you get reported. And guess what? That's 1 strike against you. So let's say you get 9 total, right? If you choose to be crazy, like Eve here, you want to spend that 9 strikes, not in a year, but in months. Guess what? You're going to get a warning and be deleted on YouTube faster. If you want to exhaust those, right, 3, total of 9 within days, so what? Go ahead and make my day. You will, receive a warning, right? And your account, sorry about the noise and yelling all the time I make a YouTube, you will be deleted within days, right? If you decide to be dumb and super dumb, and you want to exhaust those strikes within hours, well, guess what? YouTube is better off without you. Obviously, the YouTube community standard is here to prevent conflict. And if you're just on here on YouTube just to not like anybody and leave your stupid little comments and interrupt my live stream, YouTube is better off without you, and for me and everybody. So on and on and on it goes. If you want to exhaust that 9 strikes within hours, within minutes, within seconds, because some people are unbelievably stupid, and everything they say is like reverse psychology back on them, so be it. But that is some of the ways you could deal with them. Report them, hide your channel, mute them. And then I don't know, for some reason, I tried to look up his channel because it's not hidden. And usually there's an option to block them. And I didn't see that. So it varies, all right? And then another thing you could do, which I usually don't. Essentially, I don't talk to dumb people. Another thing you could do is just deal with them directly, right? And his channel, there was an option to like leave a comment to him, and essentially I don't. I have no comment for people who leaves unwanted comments, and for the most part, they think YouTube, right, is all about them. And no, it's not. YouTube Creator Academy, my Creator Academy, said that there are billions of people that use YouTube. Billions, right? So, a crazy individual is not the only one, right? And my video of Donati, I was going to think about deleting it because that's my thinking. Well, I got rid of him, and now I can get rid of people who doesn't like that video, right? And you have to think, in life, you got individuals, they won't like anything. They're very unhappy and pathetic individuals. And in my previous channel, I made a whole spiel on this. I said, when these individuals don't like you, I think the root source is if they don't like themselves, they will find reasons to not essentially like anything in life. And it's like I made a video of Donati after he got out of the shower. Oh my God, now it's more reasons, right, for them to not like stuff in life. It's just crazy. Personally in life, I don't know about you guys. I have been around individuals and I truly believe they don't like themselves because when I'm with them, it's like everything, they don't like it. Um, and honestly, who wants to be around those kind of individuals? I had a friend, right? Um, she's Armenian. And when I used to hang around with her, it was next to impossible. We would be like out in public, like shopping at Ross or whatever. And she would be, look at that girl, right? Doesn't she look like a skank? And this is like a direct attack, like at Ross. And a lot of these individuals, they didn't look like skanks. And, they weren't even paying attention to her. And there's no cause for her for doing that, except that she doesn't like herself. And I know for a fact she doesn't like herself. Her personal reasons for not liking herself, are very confusing. But yeah, we'd be out in public, look at that skank. The girl could be in a sweatshirt and she's a skank. And I'm thinking, what have I gotten myself into? I'm with an individual that she doesn't like anything. And then she ended up calling me a skank. Right? I'm a skank, right? I'm a demented skank wearing a cross, right? So she ended up calling me a skank, and I was like, you know how you try to you put up with people and try to be lenient, right? But after a while, you catch on to her, and she just didn't like anything. Everything was a conflict, everything was a fight. A lot of it, she used Christianity to condemn people, which is so not Christian. And a lot of it, she didn't all out say she doesn't like America, but a lot of it was Armenian this, Armenian that, Armenian this. And, I have a niece that's part Armenian. She's Armenian and Vietnamese. And honestly, I would not want Katia near my niece. And I told her name's Katia. My bad. I threw it out there. I told her, my niece, ironically, looks a lot like her. She doesn't look like the mom. I don't know how the dad looks. She doesn't look like me. She looks a lot like my friend, Katia. And, my friend kind of liked that, right? But, I'm not here. I'm not here, right, to toot Armenian peoples, right? I have nothing against them, but I'm not here, ooh, Armenian. I'm definitely American. I'm definitely, America has its history and a lot of hurts and a lot of, we need a lot of things to help out the situation right now. But for most part, I am an American, right? I identify more with America than Asians, right? That doesn't mean I hate Asians. The Facebook. So you're going to hear some Vietnamese soap opera blasting in the background while I'm doing my live stream. So just try to ignore it, folks. So anyways, Facebook doesn't take into context. Sorry about the noise in the background. Some people are very rude, very rude. And frankly, they don't care. You can tell them they're rude 101 times and doesn't faze them one bit. But I was going to say, and I'll cut this video short because I don't want, them competing with it and trying to be in my video. Because in the past, when I do my YouTube, they'll walk back and forth, right? So I'm probably going to raise my voice and finish my video. I'm probably going to cut it short and I'll probably jump back on and make another live stream and delete this one. So as you can see, there's a lot of competition and a lot of ongoing conflicts within YouTube community and everywhere else, and we don't need it, right? So what I was going to say, Facebook, right? There are whatever saying I made a long hate speech. That's not true. You know, one of my favorite food is Vietnamese food. So, you know, if you're going to think like accuse me of somebody who hates Asian, maybe to certain aspects, you know, there's things about them that is not likable, but there's things about their culture that I like a lot, and that's Vietnamese food. So, anyways, it's off base, you know, and besides the point of being here on YouTube, and like I said, it doesn't start with them, right? It ends with me. It ends with me and God, right? I can assure you, uh, I will delete them, okay? And there will come a day when God is going to, right, help me in the final process. Let's just put it that way.